Hello and welcome to this video called Do Vibrams Work? My name's Christopher Hull from christopherhull.com, and as the title describes, I'm going to be talking about the Vibram 5-finger trainers, shoes, footwear, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be talking about those in this video, and whether sort of they work or whether they don't work. I'm going to share with you a little bit of information, and you can kind of make your own mind up on what you think. So I do own a pair of Vibrams. I think they're a good piece of footwear for sort of biomechanical reasons. Sort of the minimal barefoot sort of movement that's happening at the moment is starting to hold a little bit more weight with the more and more maybe research that's coming out or that's being found in the world. So yeah, just to sort of share a bit of that information with you, and some of the reasons that I came to wearing them, came to getting myself a pair. The Vibrams, well, they allow your feet to work, and what that means is I get asked a lot when I'm wearing them by the students in the classroom and by people in the gym when I'm working out. They come up to me and say, "Oh, they're those sort of 5-finger trainers. Do they actually work?" And my quick answer is yes, they do work. The longer answer is they allow your feet to work. That's probably the most important thing about them. They allow your feet to do what they want to do. If you know anything about your feet, there are lots of bones within your feet, and they're held together by various muscles, by various ligaments, by various tendons, and it's the structure of the bones held in position that gives you a proper foot or a proper working foot, which impacts the rest of your body. It can prevent back pain, knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain. Just because your feet are out slightly can cause pain all around the body. And by getting your feet to work, by using such trainers as the Vibram 5-fingers, they can allow your feet to work. Feet not working causes this what's called pronation of the foot, so the collapsing of an arch. So you might see it in various people. They've got collapsed arches. Now, collapsed arches come about because of the muscles in the foot not working properly, which trainers kind of do. I don't want to say directly. I don't want to blame trainers and the trainers industry for ruining people's feet, but they're certainly going about contributing to it. So Vibram 5-fingers, they allow your feet to work. They allow your toes to grip onto the floor, which when you're lifting weights, which when you're walking, any sort of movement in life, your toes want to grip onto the floor because that's what offers you balance. If you aren't able to grip onto the floor, your toes aren't working properly, therefore your balance is off. So a lot of people who can't balance, that can be a problem. I'm not saying that's the only problem, but that can be a contributing factor to balance. They allow your muscles, or the muscles of your feet, to support your feet. So the body is doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to support itself. What trainers do, the cushioning that are involved in trainers, they inhibit the foot muscles. The toes can't grip the floor, and the reason the toes can't grip the floor is because the front of the trainers don't actually touch the floor. So when you lift a big weight, your toes want to grip in to the front of your trainers, but they can't because they're not touching the floor. So there's no grip there, so there's no balance there. The trainers support your feet, so the muscles don't support your feet. So it's like you're putting support in the way, so the muscles of the feet are saying, well, we don't need to work, so we'll just relax. Now, again, that's causing muscles of the feet not to work, which is causing pronation of the feet, and then what happens when people get pronated feet is they get another support to lift the arches back up. And again, by getting another support in and lifting the arches back up, again, that's treating the symptom, not the cause. The cause is the weak foot muscles. The symptom is the pronation of the foot. So we've got to understand sort of foot mechanics, we've got to understand biomechanics in order to then understand correct footwear, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot of information about they're bad, they make people's knees hurt, they make people's hips hurt and back hurt and things like that, the Vibrams that is. And what I'll say to that is people not breaking them in properly, because they've been so used to trainers, they then go and carry on in their normal life with Vibrams, their feet aren't used to the lack of support of Vibrams, therefore pain starts to express itself. If you break them in gently and build up the strength in the foot, in the lower leg, in the hip, in the back and in the core, then you won't then start getting the pain. So again, it's just sort of using a little bit of common sense, a little bit of logic towards it again. But yeah, hopefully that's been helpful. That is why I think Vibrams work. That's why I own a pair. And hopefully, you know, it'll intrigue you to investigate getting a pair yourself. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. My name's Chris from ChristopherHole.com. I will speak to you in another video.